Okay. Welcome everyone to the very special CinemaDopes holiday special. I'm Derk. Who are you people?
Whoa,
We got we did it. We got to another one.
It's now cold. Everything is cold. Yes,
Everything's so cold here now.
we did
It's like
it.
17 degrees outside.
We did it. Finally.
But yeah. I'm Cade. Yeah.
I'm Derk.
And we got Emily and Rex. So, yeah. There's not really like a specific like thing we were, or no, I guess it was kind of specific, but generally we're gonna like talk about Once Upon a Christmas and Twice Upon Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of the idea here.
Okay. I'm kind of curious to see, because I know Derek and I, we have a history of our childhoods with these two specials, but Emily and Rex, what were your guys' history with this?
None. Last night was my
None.
first time seeing both of these. Well, I guess they're not even really films. They're direct-to-video. What would you call them?
Well, they are direct to DVD movies. Like they were both made for VHS
Alright,
and
okay.
whatnot.
Made for the home market. Yeah, and I don't have any prior connection to them. I have no nostalgia, and I wasn't really that impressed with either of them. They're just kind of, they exist, and that's pretty much what I think.
Fair enough. What about you, Emily?
I grew up with the Once Upon a Christmas one. I forget if it's something my gramps bought or if he randomly like taped it and was like, "Here, kids." But that one I remember watching a lot as a kid. So rewatching it, because I didn't know it was called Once Upon a Christmas. When you guys pitched it, I'm like, "What is this?" And then right when it started, I'm like, "Oh, I know exactly what this is."
Sorry to cut you off. It was like that slow pan to Muscle Man in like one of the early episodes of Regular Show. He's like, I know someone who could help.
Yeah. But yeah, so seeing that, it was weird watching it as an adult, because I actually haven't watched it in a really long time, but I remember watching it a lot as a kid. But the Twice Upon a Christmas, I had never heard before at all. Like, when we started watching that, I'm like, I've never heard of this, I've never seen this. This is completely new to me.
Yeah, I guess for me personally, I definitely like grew up, and I still watch these like yearly, and at least one of them I watch yearly because, yeah, Once Upon a Christmas always is one of those specials in my heart that like is very essential to like Christmas to me. It's like that. Recently, Muppets and Charlie Brown Christmas Special are like the top 3 things we gotta watch during the Christmas season to like get into the mood of it. And it's more so the fact of 2 out of 3 of those stories in Once Upon a Christmas is like really good. Like it tugs at your heartstrings, even to this day for me. And then I haven't watched Twice Upon a Christmas until recently for this. And my feelings for it are still the same of, it's not great. I just don't like the 3D art style. It's not even like it's not really the fault of the animators, really. It's really the fault that, like, it's in that period of CGI where they don't really, like, they're trying to do something new with it. Like, it's in that like weird space between like Toy Story and like stuff like that, where they actually were like doing something new, like doing the bare bones of animated film to like what we have closer now, where like it's more refined to like what we have. It's like the building blocks are still being put here, and we don't really know how to make this look pleasing, at least to me.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what I was kind of saying when we were rewatching this. It's like, I think what I kind of equated this movie to being like Shark Tale, where because like the thing when people talk about Shark Tale, they're like, oh, Shark Tale has like bad animation, but like no, like Shark Tale doesn't necessarily have bad animation. It has bad design, and that's what Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas also suffers from. It's like the animation itself is pretty good, especially for like TV animation or like directed DVD animation. Like it's pretty good, but everyone's so ugly. Like they did like a really poor job of like translating these designs to CGI, and I don't know, it doesn't really work. Even 20 plus years later, it still just doesn't work.
Right. Yeah. Everyone's on Ozempic. My God, everyone's so skinny. It's weird. It's like they look so distorted. I don't know. It's strange. And also, I think, especially with like the because you can definitely recognize the animation. It looks like a Disney animation, but because it's now a 3D animation, specifically at this time, I feel like however they textured all their models, all their characters, all their backgrounds and whatnot, it's just not quite there. And some things are a little bit too glossy in a way. Some things are too matte. Everything looks a bit too flat in a way. It feels sort of, I don't know, it feels sort of strange to just look at, especially like the eyes. I feel like everyone's eyes look a little bit too much like they're made of glass or porcelain or something. They're too reflective. They don't really capture the sort of the character of each of the especially because these are characters that everyone's very aware of. At least, in America, these are very iconic characters of Goofy and Donald and Mickey and everybody. So they're instantly recognizable, and they have this weird kind of look to them. Especially, I feel like with all the duck characters, knowing that they're ducks and understanding that ducks have feathers, I feel like that works in 2D. You can get away with that in 2D because that's kind of a cheat, and you let your imagination do most of the work. But now that it's in 3D, it feels kind of weird now having things be more defined, and it looks like they're just kind of like duck-shaped people with fingers and with weird faces with like bills for lips. I don't know. It just looks kind of off-putting, and I don't know. I did not respond well to Twice Upon a Christmas, and even the way, just stepping away from the dated look of the film. I felt like the writing was also off very much. It felt like everybody was a fucking asshole in that movie. No one was gonna listen to anybody, and it wasn't charming. It wasn't even really that funny. I don't know where Roxanne is. I don't know who that Mona lady is. I don't know who she is. She doesn't say a fucking word the whole time. So they could have just had Roxanne there, and she just says nothing, and nothing would change, and nothing would have been different. But yeah, I don't know. What do I know? What the hell do I know?
So I did look that up because I was confused too on why it wasn't Roxanne. It was this Mona girl. Apparently the animators were having an issue with her like flowy hair with the CGI, so they just did a new character.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, they could have
just
given her a haircut.
Or like, Winter
Gave her
Gear.
a different haircut.
Like,
or give her a hat.
Yeah, give her a hat.
Beanie.
No.
Come on, Disney. Come on.
Nah.
What are you showing me? Come on.
Justice for Roxanne.
Exactly. So you're telling me that Roxanne shows up in the House of Mouse show, but she doesn't show up in CGI for Twice Upon a Christmas? Come on, Disney. Katzenberg really get his grubby little finger on this and say, no.
He was already at DreamWorks by this point.
Oh, that's true. He was working on Ants. Wow. What
He was working on Splants.
Schmance. And Shrek and Prince of Egypt.
Shranks.
That's a character they'll never bring back. The main character of Ants.
Oh, Cillian Murphy?
Killian Ants V.
Yeah. But another thing I feel like, and I know this is gonna be me sounding like an old man here. I think it's Twice Upon a Christmas is too long.
Well, that's interesting. So the first, like, Once Upon a Christmas only has 3 segments, and then this one has like 5, but the movie's only like 4 minutes longer. But I think just because there's like so many segments, it feels like it's longer, but it isn't actually that much longer.
You're right.
It wears out your attention longer because now there's more to digest. Instead of having 3 arcs, now it's like we keep switching between these characters because we do 2 different things with the Huey, Dewey, and Louie, right? There's 2 different things. I don't even really. I watched it last night, and I don't even really remember because now it's blended into one conglomerate story. So I don't even remember.
I feel like you could easily do a combination of the 2 between Donald just wanting peace and quiet and Huey, Dewey, Louie trying to like get their way out of like Scrooge's mansions or whatever the fuck it was. Like go to Santa. I don't really. Honestly, I kind of tuned out whenever I hear because I hate the old voices of Huey, Dewey, and Louie. The whatever they did, with DuckTales was like the original, like not the original, with the reboot was a very cool idea of having 3 distinct voices, so that way those characters are different in personality and are like characters. They're not just copy and paste the same character, different shirts though. That's just how I feel with in general with Huey, Dewey, and Louie in both specials, is that they're just the same people.
They also, I feel like in Twice Upon a Christmas, I think between these 2 films there was about 5 years between them, and it felt like watching them back to back. It felt like Huey, Dewey, and Louie aged like 40 years between specials. So now it's like in the second one they sound like 45-year-old men. It was weird.
Yeah.
Like nothing. No, I'm not knocking anything against whoever the voice talent was, but I don't know. It just felt kind of off. Whatever happened with their performance there, I don't know, but it was weird. Especially for like having a whole story that's centered around them fucking around in Santa's workshop like that. Oh my god, fucking their poor voice. But anyway, I gotta watch the DuckTales reboot. I've never seen it, but I've heard a lot of people really love that show. Is it a show? It's a show.
Yeah.
It's a show, yeah.
It's a show.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I watched it when it got released on Disney Plus. I like watched the first 2 seasons. I was like, yeah, this is pretty good. And I just haven't finished it. I've been putting it off and watching other stuff instead. So I'm like, I'll get back to that soon.
I guess I'm still kind of far behind just because Disney was banned in my house as a youngin, so I just this year watched Beauty and the Beast for the first time. So now that was me and Derek were talking about that the other day, because Derek's got like what's it, Derek? You've got like the one Blu-ray that's like the 3-in-1 with like the special. It
was the last release that has the work in progress cut of Beauty and the Beast.
That's right. Yeah. So that was really fun to explore that Blu-ray, because there's a lot of cool, and Lumiere yelling in your ear.
Yeah,
what
too
a
loud.
Fantastic choice!
Excellent choice, but this is the wrong disc.
You must insert the next disc to watch this feature.
Well, it also had that like documentary segment, and then it had this weird transition to like, yeah, he was a really great guy. And now on to the next phase where we're talking like they went from
directly into the camera.
they went from like talking about their personal experience to like making an intro to whatever they were talking about next. And it was so strange.
Yeah. Good. I think if you press select at like the right time, it'll change. I don't really understand how it works, but it was kind of surreal. I'm kind of glad more Blu-rays are not doing stuff like that, because it was kind of, I don't know, it's kind of uncanny. It's very Truman Show in a way. Like just suddenly they're looking at you and it's like, okay, guy, thank you. I'm glad to hear about what you did with this movie, but don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Speaking of Beauty and the Beast, have you guys seen the backdoor pilot of the Beauty and the Beast show, Bells and Shed Wish, or whatever the fuck it was?
Well, Well, actually, so Belle's or Beauty and the Beast: The Enchanted Christmas, that's just a regular like
That's what it is.
direct-to-video sequel. The one that's the backdoor pilot is Belle's Magical World. That's the freaking disgusting one, which I haven't seen. But I've seen.
What the hell are you people talking about?
I've seen Enchanted Christmas. Actually, I kind of like it. I don't know. It's not like, obviously it doesn't hold a candle to the original. Like no way. But like, you know, for like being like a direct to VHS movie, like, it's fine. It's all right.
It's because it's one of those things that they did with some movies, and they only did it once successfully, to my knowledge, and that's Lion King 1.5, where it's like takes place during the main story of what this is based off of. Because it like took place during that winter phase in Beauty and the Beast, right? That was like the whole deal.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it works with Lion King 1.5 because it begins before Lion King starts technically, and it's spliced in here and there. It's more of like a comedy, like a children's comedy movie to watch, rather than like, hey, we have this extra story that we just decided to shoehorn in, like Cool Math. I'm happy to watch this.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was all right. But Belle's Magical World, I still haven't. I kind of refuse to watch that because it's like, what's even the point? It's just a failed pilot.
Yeah, it's really a lot of those direct-to-DVD sequels to Disney.
Made in Australia or Toronto or
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Japan.
hmm
Yeah, the UK or British.
Yeah.
British. This is American cartoon. What was it? Was it Once Upon a Christmas made in like more than one country? Not
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was made by Walt Disney Television Animation, and usually they would like outsource their stuff to like other studios that they worked with. So I'm pretty sure like there's like just like with how good the animation is in Once Upon a Christmas, like I feel like it's probably like the Australian studio and the Japanese studio and all of them, because really fluid animation, very well done.
But why would they have to outsource it though? Why would they?
Well, because that was part of Disney's business model. Because after Return of Jafar like blew up and became like the best-selling VHS of all time, Disney was like, wait, we can just make sequels and spin-offs of like, all of our popular franchises and spin them around just straight to VHS. And then that's like, and to cut costs, instead of like making them like in-house in the US, they could like outsource it to other countries for cheap and then get the whole thing done and get it sent over here and, you know, distribute it all over the world. So that was just like part of their whole model in the 90s and 2000s, was just to create these both like the actual TV shows they made and like these movies on home video, and it worked because I mean they sold extremely well. So
Yeah.
Money.
Technically, they're still doing it.
Yeah.
yeah, just on a much larger scale now, and the return on investment isn't there, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah, they pretty much are doing the same. But hey, they got another model to like also have it work, and that's rehash the same story except, you know, live action.
Yeah.
Because that makes $1 billion.
Yeah. Well, it definitely garners attention and gets people looking, and then once people are looking, there's gonna be people who will, because you know, people. I feel like maybe I wonder if that's like a psychological thing where now that people have seen it, it's now in your subconscious, it's in your brain, so now you'll have and with a long enough exposure, you'll be more likely to watch that piece of material just because now you're just slightly a bit more familiar with it, or because it's presented to you, and then now you're wondering, well, what is this thing? And then you go and buy your ticket, and then you see it, and whether or not it's good, now they have your money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I'm sure Disney spends millions, hundreds of millions of dollars on advertising and marketing alone for all of their movies. You know, I'm sure a good chunk of the budget goes directly to marketing. So, you know, that's why you see everything everywhere. It's everywhere. Disney, it's everywhere. In every country.
Yep.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Whoa.
All at Disney.
Whoa.
Yeah,
The mouse has it.
this is gonna open a new vein of monetary value. They're gonna break it with the multiverse so they can spew all their movies down there.
Oh, speaking of Disney multiverses,
Why wouldn't they?
so I never fully watched this movie, but there's this movie where all of the Disney princesses were like together. I don't remember what it was called or
Wait.
what. I just remember
Wait.
like my neighbors and I used to share like DVDs, and they had this movie, but we never got to watch it. And I saw them watching it the one time, and I'm like, wait, Belle and Cinderella are in the same room. Like, all the princesses were together, and there was some sort of drama
I think I know
going
what
on.
you're talking about. Is it like the Disney Princess Stories thing or whatever? It was. I think I know what you're talking about. Because it's a very interesting like thing with that. If we're thinking about the same thing, because you said like who would you say was in it, like Cinderella and like
I think Belle was in it. Ariel might have been in it. I don't fully remember because this was like when I was very, very young, and I saw like a clip of it, and I was like, wait, what? Huh? What? But it was like all of the Disney princesses of that time were like shoved in the same room, and I was so confused as a child when I saw this. But I don't remember at all what it was called, or if it was a movie, or if it was a TV show. But I just remember seeing this and being like, huh?
Yeah, because I do know that in 2007 there was this one DVD that came out called Disney Princess Enchanted Tales: Follow Your Dreams, and it was like something with like Princess Jasmine and Aurora from Sleeping Beauty, and it was gonna be the start of like a whole series of like direct-to-DVD movies with like the different Disney princesses and like stuff like that. But this was also the same time when Disney was going through like a lot of restructuring, especially with Disney Toon, and they basically like halted like every single production at Disney Toon Studios, including these. So like they had like box art and everything ready for like the next one, but it just like never released. Like it just like completely got canceled. But, like already like a lot was done with it. So like we don't know how much it was done like animation wise, like if it was ready to be released. But like I always thought that like super fascinating how like they made one and the second one was like almost ready, and then they just like canceled it despite it being almost done.
Huh. Now this is weird. I've literally never heard of this because the first thing when you mentioned this, Emily, was Ralph Breaks the Internet when they did that whole scene. That's the first thing I thought. I was like, oh, you mean that scene of the big old Disney corporate movie? Yeah. And then as soon as you started mentioning like this like whole different princess thing, I was like, what? I didn't know this was a thing. That's amazing.
They did it
though.
before.
Yeah, that's amazing. I didn't know that was. Wow.
Yeah, I remember it was a 2D animated thing. But I remember like seeing that movie, and I think letting my neighbors borrow the Little Mermaid sequel with Ariel's daughter.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Sister.
Yeah, she had a sister.
Yeah. She had a sister. Tolu was trying to do Ursula again, right, guys? Right?
Yeah.
I think we used to have that movie on VHS, but it was in Spanish.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure I had it too, but not in Spanish. Well, I'm pretty sure I had it too because my sister is a huge like. She grew up on like Little Mermaid. That's like was her go-to movie. Which is actually funny because my entire family kind of realized like what our go-to movie was. Hers was Little Mermaid, my brother's was Toy Story, and mine is Monsters Inc. So I would say like I don't know. I just find it interesting how they think that they can go they can go beyond with sequels like with Ariel and all that, and then like Monsters Inc. was just not touched at all and made into a sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a favorite story from both these specials?
I mean, I think my favorite from the first one is probably the one with Goofy and Max. Like I felt that one has like the most heart to it.
Yeah, as a kid, I kind of remember not liking that one as much, but now that I'm older, I have kind of like a new appreciation for it.
Yeah. It's just Goofy's such the biggest like sweetheart. It's just like he's trying his best. Leave him alone. Leave him alone, Pete.
He's a kind soul.
Yeah. That's probably why everyone loves Goofy movie.
Plus, also, he's a single dad, man. That's a rough time.
That's also
Yeah.
true. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I really like the Mickey and Minnie short in Once Upon a Christmas a lot. Like, there's just something. It's just so. Even when I was a kid, something so relatable about like, what do I do to like show how much I appreciate you and get you a gift when financially I am not the most liquid. Like what do I do? And it's just like showing like even with all the hard work that you do, it's all not in vain because you do get the thing you want, but when you have to give up a bit of you to make that person happy, you realize how, and that person does the same to you, you realize it's something truly special. Like there's just something so sweet about it. I don't know how else to explain it.
Yeah, appeal to pathos.
Which is something I feel like Twice Upon a Christmas lacks.
Yeah.
Because I think even like Rex kind of like mentioned this offhand when we were watching Twice Upon a Christmas. Because like in the first one, it's like everyone's like kind of struggling, like low key. Like it's kind of like not everyone like lives like in a big mansion or whatever. And then the second one, it's like everybody has money now. Like in all of the stories, it's like everyone just has an exuberant amount of cash now.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. Especially with the whole Mickey and Minnie situation, because I liked that in Once Upon a Christmas they are dirt poor and their house does not look great. It looks cold. It does not look like they have central heating in their place. They don't even have a furnace. They are freezing in there and they're trying to survive. And it feels very much like they're living paycheck to paycheck, which I think a lot of people can relate to. But then by the second one, the sequel, they're not even in the same house. They've got two different houses and they look nice. They look like they've been refurbished. They've been repainted. They got the bear paints from Lowe's or whatever, and they've got everything all fixed up. And then fucking Mickey is an asshole to his dog. Like, come on, man. You expect me to relate to the guy who's an asshole to his dog? You can't do that. You can't do that to me. Fuck you, Disney. I'm not fucking falling for that. No. I'm not at all. No. Fucking leaving a goddamn phone message for his girl. I mean, they barely even spend any time together because Mickey's like searching for his fucking dog the whole time, and Pluto's busy playing reindeer. So I'm not even. It feels so disjointed, man, from what the original film was doing, that it just feels like, I don't know, it feels totally alien to me with that kind of whatever direction they were going with there. So I don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't work for me.
Yeah. I feel like with these shorts, especially in Twice, I feel like these shorts are better as like or Mickey Mouse shorts, where they like show up at like the beginning of a cartoon or like whatever. Like they show up like as their own thing, like something you would play during the holidays, and then like it's all right, back to Disney Channel with this fucking bullshit. Who cares? Like I feel like that's what it would be better structured as, instead of like having it be like 5 stories like it is in this film.
Yeah.
Because it barely wraps up together as nicely as Once Upon a Christmas does. Because it feels like, because I think that's also because it's only 3 stories and there's distinct like group of people in each of the stories, with like the Ducks, Goofy and Max, and then Mickey and Minnie. Like it's all 3 separate stories, and they can all like meet together as like one big happy ending. And it just hits better for me.
Yeah. It feels more polished and more refined in Once Upon a Christmas. There was you could tell there was very specific intent with which character dynamics were picked for which story to explore a very universal sort of emotion. And then I felt like with Twice Upon a Christmas, it's more like trying to find something that's we didn't do before and is also Christmassy, but is also something that people will watch, and it just doesn't really like the whole. It starts off with the whole on ice thing where they're ice
Oh
skating.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
already, if immediately, that threw me off because I was like, that's not something I expected to see a duck and a mouse do in one of these cartoons. It just doesn't. And then the alligators come out, and there's the hippopotamus, and then it was like, I don't know. It just didn't immediately from the get go. I was already lost, and I was just kind of checked out, being like, okay, that's the direction they went in. Hey, okay, fine, Disney, fine, fine.
Yeah. I feel like in that scene they were also trying to call back to Fantasia in some way, but
Yeah.
then
Yeah, that's
in doing so it just made it more confusing, especially at the end when like they decide to team up or whatever, and it's like this big conglomeration of just like graphics and images, and then peace on earth, and then I was yeah.
Bread on toast.
I got nothing else to say about Dorothy Special. I don't know about you guys. It's just
The narrator was nice for twice.
yeah, that's true.
Who is it? Kelsey Grammer? Was that him? Sideshow Bob?
Yeah,
He was in
Yeah,
the
that was-
first
yeah,
I
one.
was really, huh?
Oh, is he the first one? Oh, all right.
Yeah.
okay.
yeah, Clive Revel was the second movie.
Clive. Oh, that's right. Because we were talking about the whole. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. I guess actually maybe my favorite of the stories might be with the three brothers and Uncle Donald from the first one, just because I feel like that reminded me of what Christmas felt like as a child, where it was like
Yeah.
a very
Yeah.
big deal, and you get all the presents, and then you open them, and it's like the most amazing feeling ever. And then that's not at all what I feel about Christmas now. That's not what now I'm like at the other end where I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna get anybody an actual present, because I don't know if I'm gonna buy anything. Maybe I'll just make something for somebody. Maybe I'll just maybe that, because that's honestly, I feel like or maybe for me that's more like a birthday thing. I'll like make a card and send it to, like, I don't know, my sister or something, just because that feels more personal than
Yeah.
like buying something that they may or may not need. Maybe they'll use it, maybe they won't, but otherwise it's kind of just taking up space, and it feels weird that I spent like maybe $20-$30 on a thing that they may or may not use. I don't know. I guess maybe I guess maybe the more important thing for something like a holiday would be to just show up, and then you meet, and you're on the couch, and you're watching the movie, and then you go and have dinner, and then you all leave and go to bed. That's the more important thing for me. And so entering back into that window of like, these kids love Christmas so much that they make a wish and they want to have Christmas every day. I think is very much a narrative that is not exactly original, because that's very much a Disney-centric sort of idea of like, what's the saying? Too much of a good thing isn't very good at all. And that's very, I guess that's a little bit of a, I hesitate to say wisdom, but a bit of fairy tale sauce right there. That just to say that maybe for all you kids. Because I know kids love this podcast, you fucking ingrates. I know you all love this goddamn niche internet podcast where a bunch of Joe Schmoes talk about movies. But yeah, I feel like that is very true. If you have, I mean, you could take anything. You could take your favorite thing. If you do that thing every day, eventually you're gonna get tired of it. So same is very much true with something special like Christmas, where if it was Christmas every day, I wouldn't even give a shit. I wouldn't care. Every day is the same. That's just boring.
Yeah.
Even if it is Christmas. So I think that especially was that was interesting. Seeing that they went in that direction. Also to see Donald angry and fuming and
Well, that's
turning
just
red,
Donald.
red like a beet. The delicious Donald. Oh yeah, they eat a turkey
Yeah.
in that
Yes.
short.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's normal. Yeah. That's perfectly
Yeah, of
normal.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ducks eat turkeys.
I mean, they did swap it out with ham, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
That's fine.
That's perfectly normal. And I mean, Donald serves up pancakes and eggs for breakfast. That's normal,
Do you think he
right?
laid those
That's
eggs?
normal. I don't think Disney's that progressive. No, I don't think. No, they don't care about that. No. But I mean, honestly, I feel like that works because we're people, so to see that is like, oh, huh, they're doing the breakfast, they're doing the dinner, so whatever. I'll give it a pass.
Uh-huh.
But
Just a
I
pass.
did think that short did also made me kind of rethink about how like Donald, or really the main trio of Donald, Goofy, and Mickey all have like very distinct cartoony voices, but then legit all the other characters just talk like normal. So that feels like that begs the question: why exactly do these three dudes have like such a weird, atypical manner of speech? And of course, the answer is because these characters are so old and iconic that you can't change the voice, and you can't bring in new characters that also sound like them, because that just feels kind of weird. So they have to talk normal, like Daisy. Daisy just straight up talks like a normal human being,
Yeah.
which I don't have a problem with. But that's just kind of funny to me that now we're in like a story where Donald is all, but then Daisy is just a normal person.
I don't know.
I was thinking about that while watching the movie.
I feel like Minnie has a bit of like a more cartoony type voice as well.
That's a good point. Yeah, that is a
Yeah.
good point. Yeah. Very high pitched and kind of
Very high pitch. But I think it works.
theatrical.
Yeah, I think it works because also you forget that Minnie's boss Mortimer is a very meh. See, I'm the owner of this company. You get a fruitcake for your bonus. See, like he's a very
Right,
much
I
like
forgot
a
about him.
very much a cartoony like piece of shit, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Edgar G. Robbins-esque sort of
Yes.
40s Hollywood kind of, which works in this short, but it's just
Yeah.
kind of, I don't know. It's funny to see that lineage of who gets what type of voice in this sort of short in this, or I guess this movie isn't even that recent, but it's still, I don't know. It's still weird to think about.
Yeah. I forget. Do Chip and Dale show up in Twice?
No, actually.
That's
Which honestly is
weird.
probably for the best, because that would have been very terrifying to see in CGI. So,
True.
it's probably for the
You're not
best.
wrong.
Yeah.
So
oh,
did
I
they,
can't even imagine the rendering.
did
for-
they just
for them if
canonically
they
like
were
like
It's
dip
awful.
then? Yeah, I'm sure it would look awful.
Yeah, no. I guess, yeah, because considering the hardware they had to work with, I wonder if certain things were sacrificed in Twice Upon a Christmas just for the sake of being able to render the film and then get it out there.
Yeah. They
But,
sacrifice.
maybe we'll never know.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah,
Are there any behind the scenes featurettes of Twice
I'm-
Upon a Christmas?
I'm sure.
I
there are.
doubt it.
Eh,
No, I doubt
maybe.
it.
Just to investigate what the hell they were, or why specifically it had to be CG.
I fully think
'Cause
they.
it was cheap and quick.
Yeah, that's honestly probably why. It was cheap and it was a lot
Money.
quicker to do that rather than like 2D animate it, which is sad because
Yeah.
frankly 2D animation with a few cases for 3D animated movies, 2D animation always looks good. Like more or less like usually it looks better than 3D animated
Right.
movies.
I actually found, well, I don't know if it's behind the scenes. It says it's deleted scenes, but I see some of like the filmmakers on it. So I guess maybe they do like intros for each of the deleted scenes.
Oh.
Or maybe
that-
interviews or something.
Yeah, that's something at least. It's like 12 minutes, but
something.
it's
Hey Disney, you gave us a behind the
Oh, wow.
scenes like documentary thing with with a Goofy movie. Do the same for Once Upon a Christmas and Twice Upon a Christmas. Do the same thing. I want.
I can't really speak for the first movie, but the second movie definitely does not have that same cult following as a Goofy movie. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a shame. It's a shame.
Is it?
I don't
No.
No. No.
No.
That is weird though. That was weird to see. Because I just remembered, Max, in a Goofy movie is a teenager. So it's
Yeah.
weird to then go to these other films and where he's like 8 years old or like 24 or like how old is he? Is there a canonical age for what he is in each of these in each of his appearances?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Hold on.
Well, I know for like in Once Upon a Christmas when he's a kid, that's just because of Goof Troop. That was the show
Yeah.
he came from. That was like where he was created. He was a
I
kid
didn't
in
know
that
that.
show, and then so like a Goofy movie kind of functions as like the series finale, I guess, in a way, because it's like he's
Mhm.
older now. It's like kind of like just like
Now
bringing
he's a
everything full
teenager.
circle.
Now he does the
But-
puberty.
Yeah, which I guess, and then there's Extremely Goofy movie where he's in college. So I guess Twice takes place after Extremely Goofy movie, I guess, because he's like on his own now and everything.
He looks like a Goofy version. Goofy.
Well-
But I mean, no, not in the sense of like the adjective. He looks like if John the Human from Garfield was Goofy, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I can see that.
This weird like silver like sweater. God, he looks terrible. It looks.
it
this.
is weird.
I'm looking at like screenshots of it because I honestly could not remember for the life of me a lot of this movie, and God, the backgrounds look like Meet the Robinsons level of like in the future. It looks so like weird and distorted.
And sort of paper thin as well.
Yeah.
It's like there's a flimsiness to the look. It's strange.
It is very strange.
Oh
looks-
wait, actually, didn't you, Derek? You brought up a good point while we were watching the film about the one with Goofy, where they could have introduced they could have had Max with his friends, like Bobby.
Because I was
Oh,
saying how
yeah.
like because like they since Twice has 5 segments, and it kind of seems like, oh, like we want to make it longer and like do more with it than the first one, but it's like it's still like the same length as the first one. So it's like instead of the Goofy segment just being like a glorified music video, like bring the characters in from the Goofy movie and like do a story with like all of them together. Like I feel that would be interesting.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
canned cheese and the
The
skateboard
canned
and
cheese.
Yeah.
It's
gotta bring that
our
in. Come on.
cheese.
Yeah. let's
Oh
up.
But then again, question is, do we want to see them become monstrosities and
Oh my God, Pete's son in that animation style would be so funny.
Oh, you know what?
That'd
That's
be
a good
so.
point. Yeah.
That'd be so funny to see. I would honestly. I would love this special if they brought in a Goofy movie stuff. I would love it
If they had
'cause
the guts.
if they had the gutspa to know what. Yeah, if you fully committed to a Goofy movie, yeah, you probably would have like. You would have looked better in my eyes, but no, you fucking cowards. Fuck you, Disney.
Yeah, no. They didn't muster up the moxie to bring
Yeah.
in Bobby for Twice Upon a Christmas. They didn't have the balls. Only if they did.
It really does look like
Oh well.
a die. Oh my God. It looks so bad. There's so much of this that looks so bad.
Yeah, no, it's not. It doesn't look good. Especially considering like what we're capable of now with stuff like Maya or Unreal Engine 5 or all the different. There's so many different avenues you can go through, and there's also because now there's so many different parameters that you can control with how you can make everything look and how reflective things are, or how, or even with like skin with subsurface scattering and or your lighting engine and how those work and how things can reflect and refract properly, like how they do in real life. So going back to something like this is kind of it's a bit of a shock. It's a bit of it gives you a bit of a sense of whiplash in a way. It's sort of strange to see this, and yet at the same time, I'm in a way that kind of media that looks kind of real but not really, I feel like has its place as like, this is what we were capable of back then, so we should remember that and be thankful of what we have now that looks way more realistic. But I guess it depends, really. I guess it depends.
I'm gonna give you guys something that just blew my mind just now. So the year that this came out, and I know like we're shitting on it and everything. It's like, oh, it's a direct-to-DVD sequel or whatever and all that. It's like it's gonna have this low budget. Yeah, so was Toy Story 2. It came out the same year as this.
Oh,
Well, no,
1999.
No, Toy Story 2 came out the same year as Once Upon a Christmas. Twice Upon a Christmas came out in 2004.
Did I fuck up the dates?
Did you get a little confused? Did you get a little mix up the? Was that?
God damn it, I
1999?
did.
Hold on, I gotta look at that.
Yeah, Once Upon a Christmas was 1999. Twice Upon a Christmas was 2004. All right, what came out 2004?
Shark Tale.
You're right.
Shark Tale.
You're right.
Chicken Little.
Chicken Little, Incredibles, Home on the Range, Shrek 2.
Oh yeah, Shrek 2. Oh my God, Disney was behind Shrek 2
Well,
in their technology.
Apples to oranges. It's like direct-to-video sequel. At the time, the biggest animated film of all time. Like,
Spookly the Square Pumpkin.
Fair point. Fair enough. Yeah.
What the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour was this year?
Did you say Spookly the pumpkin?
The square pumpkin? Yes.
Sprunkly the Sprumpkin? What?
I always saw that in the TV guide when I was younger, and I was too terrified to even dare watch it. So,
Oh man. Oh my God. Oh. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, is Christ canonical in the Disneyverse?
Yeah, he's a mouse.
They have
I mean,
Christmas?
technically, yes, if it's a Christmas special.
The mouse.
Goofy,
Jordan,
we all
what the
know
hell
this.
are you doing here?
The
Oh, the
mouse.
schmouse. Yes.
Which one are we
Our
talking
Lord and
about?
Savior
Once or
mouse.
twice?
Either one. We kind of been like going back
both.
and forth between them.
The thing, I had only seen once. I jumped out correctly after I saw that these characters look about as well animated as a PS2 cutscene. I jumped out. I jumped out around then, but Once Upon a Christmas, I'll just give quick thoughts and I'll let you guys keep talking. My thoughts on Once Upon a Christmas is that it's very cute, it's very fun, but it is the most well animated I've ever seen these characters ever look. I have never seen Mickey and Friends look this like fluid in their animation. It's insane. It's really impressive. It reminds me a lot of like the current style of animation for the Looney Tunes, where they really squash and stretch these models to proportions that they shouldn't go. And I really think that that's super impressive, especially in the Huey, Dewey, and Louie segment, where they like push these characters to their absolute limit, and it looks really good.
Is that your favorite special, or is favorite of the Once Upon a Christmas between those three stories?
Oh, between those three, yes, I would say that's my favorite.
Huh. I'm shocked that.
Do you think it was going to be the goofy one?
No, not even that. I'm just shocked that I'm the only one I think that has backed the Mickey and Minnie one, because I love that one of the three.
I don't know. I've seen that story a million times. Gift of the Magi is a very easy like Christmas story to retell, like A Christmas Carol. That time I shit myself in the middle of meeting Santa. It's a very easy story to tell.
Right. Right, yeah, of course. I mean, I feel like all three of them are sort of,
Yeah, of course.
classic stories in a way, but
Yeah, I'm
I
sure.
get where you're coming from.
Yeah, the plot of the Huey and Dewey Louie one sounds like a plot for like a like a Disney Channel show. Like there's an episode of like I don't know, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, where they wanted to wish that Christmas was every single day. I could totally see that. I'm sure that's
That's
a
an
plot
episode
line.
of Fairly Odd Parents. That's
Yes,
a Fairly
you're
Odd
right.
Parents
That you
episode.
are right, because Timmy wishes
Oh.
that.
Yeah.
Well, this predates it by 2 years, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fair that that one's your favorite though. I can admire it. I just
Also, I need that hen woman biblically.
Good.
I
Jail.
need her.
Jail. Do the jail sound. Where's that
I
jail
think we have
sound?
the jail son anymore.
We don't have
Hey, I
the
gotta
jail
say-
sound.
I gotta say, somebody's gotta say it.
I don't think anyone had to say it.
Well,
Yeah, no,
I had to
nobody,
say my catchphrase.
nobody.
You guys had to slap something on your merchandise, so I might as well have just said it.
We have merchandise.
Yeah, you guys are gonna make a T-shirt that has my dope head on it, and it just says "I need her biblically," like
Yeah.
plastered on it.
We could do that for so many characters.
And you can have like every single character I've ever said it about. Not even on the show, just like in which you guys have known me in your personal lives. Just every character just thrown on that T-shirt. And then my dope head in the middle. There's your merch idea. Go to redbubble.com and buy it for $32.99 plus shipping and handling.
We could make mugs. We could make cups. We could make thermoses. We could
I
make
need
spoons.
and I need her biblically mug.
I need her biblically.
Yeah, it's one of those mugs where it's like the heat like reveals all the characters.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Oh my god.
We could do it. We could have one with
Oh.
Bobby. I need her biblically.
God.
Oh, and there is something else I wanted to say about Once Upon a Christmas.
What was that?
The voice direction in this is really good. I don't know what it is, but I've always found it fascinating characters like legacy characters that have been around for generations getting new voice actors where they try to sound similar to the previous but also kind of put their own spin on it.
Mm-hmm.
But these guys, I guess, have been around since like the 70s or 80s playing these characters. Like Tony Anismo has been Donald Duck since like the 80s. Bill Farmer's been Goofy for as long as I can remember. The only one I'm not really keen on is I've never been a big fan of Wayne Allwine as Mickey Mouse.
Mm-hmm.
He just kind of sounds a little too corporate to me. I don't know. Once I hear him say, "Did somebody mention the door to darkness?" I just can't really get over it.
That's classic.
Yeah, you may think so, dude, but that's just because you're one of those Kingdom Hearts 2 apologists.
That's my least favorite, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know about y'all. I do see what you mean, Jordan. I personally have a soft spot for the guy that did the Mickey Mouse shorts, like the new ones that just like or new-ish, the most current ones.
Chris Demotop.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he has
no,
a
he's-
very goofy
pretty good,
style
too.
with it, and I love it.
He's also Mo in the 2012 Three Stooges movie, so that's another connection to a
Oh,
film
really?
I hold near and dear to my heart. So
Dude, I saw that
works.
movie in the theater when it came out.
See,
Yeah,
Did you
that
like
was
it?
Great. Yeah, dude. Of course I liked
Thank
it.
you.
What do you think I am, an imbecile?
No. I think you're a real smart cookie there, Mac. But I totally agree. I love that. I love that movie and him just kind of playing Michael Mouse currently is really
Michael Mouse.
really cool. Props especially to Jim Cummings. I've always liked
Mm.
Pete showing up in these things, and I'm really glad he got to show up twice in these specials.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever watch Goof Troop?
I never did. My
Anybody-
brother and sister did though, because like they grew up more in the time of like that vintage Disney Channel.
Oh, like like the Disney Afternoon, like
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Like they like watched that, Darkwing Duck, DuckTales, House of Mouse, like that sort of like era. Like meanwhile, we grew up in the live action sitcom era where like, eh.
Hey,
Blew up.
hey, don't be docking on some of the good live action sitcoms for the Disney Channel, dog.
They have those.
Yeah, they exist.
What
Yeah,
were
not-
they?
not-
It's called
Not
Zack
even
and
my
Co-
nostalgia can defend that. I'm sorry.
It's called Zack and Cody and nothing else.
Huh.
Dude, are you gonna look
more
me
of a
dead in
That's
the
So Raven apologist.
Are you gonna look me dead? You gonna look me dead in the eye and say Mr. Mosby isn't the most powerful character in all of fiction?
Of course I know him. He's me.
You off? I'd like to imagine Derek at his place just kind of yells at people walking by him, "No running in my
Yeah.
lobby," despite the fact that he doesn't even own the building. He's just got some sort of like misplaced power.
I kind of got nothing else, really. I feel like I'm just coasting.
Merry Christmas, one and all.
Oh,
Bingles, buggers,
oh.
Bingly Buggersworth.
Yeah. I the only thing I can really like think of is like asking you all, like, do you guys got like a go-to when it comes to Christmas? Like episode, movie, special. I don't know.
For Christmas, I just like being with my family and huddling around a warm fire in the middle of the room. Touching
Who
the
is this? Who
cookie.
invited that kid?
The poor little British orphan.
Get him out of here! Get him the hell out of here!
Don't
Get
give him his
outta here,
jacket.
Piotr.
Don't give him his jacket.
Oh,
Don't give it
here's
to
a
him. He
question
doesn't
for you.
deserve it.
Here's a question for you guys.
What's
Who
up?
would you say your favorite Mickey Mouse character who's ever appeared in one of his shorts would be? You can get real obscure with it. I'm very curious because I know that there's like an extensive collection of Mickey Mouse characters.
Ooh.
I remember when I was really young, those House of Malice shorts with the Phantom Plot. For some reason, I really liked those ones. Like, I love the one where like he like takes like all the color out of the world, and then like Mickey, Donald, and Goofy have to like go get it back.
Yeah.
I always like episodes like that.
I wouldn't say he's my favorite, but I just remember this guy from House of Mouse mainly, and mainly there's just one clip of I don't know if it was like Pete or whoever tied up Horace, the horse guy, and he couldn't like operate the projector, so Mickey runs in and is like, "Horace, what's wrong?" And he just lists all these things like, "All the rainforest has been burned down, no one votes anymore, and the internet's too dang slow."
What is Horace from? He's from Get a Horse,
I think
right?
so.
Like that's what Horace is from. Okay. What are you guys' thoughts on the Mad Doctor?
The Mad Doctor.
All I know about him is that he was in Epic Mickey, right?
Yes, and I find it really funny that they. Do you remember when that whole time when Steamboat Willie's like copyright got lost and everyone started like churning out those like craptacular horror flicks?
Yeah.
It's, by the way, episode coming soon, viewer, we promise. But anyway, like I'm saying, there's one of the movies that uses the Mad Doctor, and I learned recently that Disney just did not care about him. They let his copyright lapse in the 60s. They just did not care. They hated him. Because I think that like special is like way too friggin' scary for kids in like the 40s or 50s. They were like, ugh, I don't think we want to use him anymore. But then they started using him for Epic Mickey. Same with Oswald, which they got back from Universal for trading one of their ESPN sportscasters.
Wait, they traded a real life caster? That's how they got Oswald back. They traded a human being for a cartoon character.
I'm not joking.
That's great.
That's not a joke.
That's so funny. Oh my god!
Disney traded sportscaster Al Michaels to NBC in exchange for the rights to the cartoon character Oswald the Lucky Rabbit in a 2006 deal. And Bob Iger did that because NBC really wanted him. And they were like, fine, then just give us Oswald back.
Oh my god. That's really
Yeah,
funny.
no, that's true. And that's all true. That's true, dude.
I believe you. That's just really funny. Oh my god. I wonder what Al Michaels is doing right now. Oh man.
He's
Listen to the
starring in
podcast.
Oswald shorts. Listening to the podcast.
He's gonna be our first comment.
LOL.
He's gonna be like watching
LOL,
this.
I hate you.
Yeah. He's gonna like do the Ron Swanson. He's gonna like look at this and just toss his computer out the window.
Speaking of obscure Mickey Mouse things, do you guys remember in like the early 2010s on Disney Channel when they would play like Mickey Mouse shorts, but they'd like remix them to be weirdly extreme?
Sort
What
of.
you all know about Blam? That's mainly tonight's question. What you all know about Blam?
Yeah, I remember them, but I feel like they were so sparse that like I don't have any like specific memories of them. I just remember that they were a thing and that they would do them in between commercials.
Do you remember the ones when they would do like music videos with like the old cartoons? They had like "Gotta Keep Your Head Up."
Yes. Oh
They
my
always
god.
did Another One Bites the Dust. That was the one that they always did every time I was watching Disney Channel.
I don't think I ever saw that one. I saw the "Gotta Get Your Head Up" one a lot though, to the point where I
saw the.
That's how I remember that song is because of those shorts.
I saw the "Just the Way You Are" one. I saw that one a lot.
Oh, I forgot they did that too. I feel like I've seen.
Yeah, no, I knew there's like 3 of them. That's right, viewers. Tomorrow on CinemaDopes, tomorrow, we're going to review every Blam short. We promise. This is the 2025 or 6 or whenever we're recording this. Whenever
Finally.
you're listening. Tomorrow on the day you are listening to this. So this will happen anytime anybody listens to this. We'll review every Blam short. Every Blam short review. This is like LS Mark, except our wives don't hate us. Welcome to the LS Mark Show. My name's Jordan Bear. Thanks everybody.
Time for Blam Day.
And
Time to blam.
Thankful for Blam Day. Somebody better call Dr. Blambulance.
Dr. Bill Ambulance. Oh man.
That's in the actual things.
Oh my god. Well, viewer, I think we can all say that this was a very good holiday special. We've yeah, go check out our socials and all that. Merry Christmas all y'all, and happy holidays, and we'll see y'all in 2026.
Leave lots of chocolate for Santa. Leave all the cookies on the plate for Santa. All that milk and cookies for Santa.
I think what he's trying to say is happy holidays.
Yeah.
Translation.
Happy holidays.
Translation for.